Welcome to World Fact Finder. In this episode, we will discuss 50 facts you'll want to share with everyone. Are you ready? Let's get started. Number 1. Marie Curie's Scandal and Nobel. Marie Curie had an affair with a married physicist, and when their letters leaked, the public reacted with outrage. The Nobel Committee pressured her to skip her second Nobel Prize ceremony. However, Albert Einstein advised her to ignore the critics, so she attended and claimed her prize. Number 2. When Stalin lay dying, his doctor remained unavailable because the secret police were torturing him. Paralyzed and unable to speak, Stalin went untreated for 12 hours, while his terrified subordinates hesitated to call a doctor, fearing he might recover and punish them for acting without orders. Number 3. The evangelical belief in the rapture. The idea that Christians will physically ascend to meet Jesus in the sky only dates back to the 1830s. Number 4. Gorillas constantly pass gas, fart, due to their highly fibrous diet. Number 5. In 2022, during a Thanksgiving cruise to Mexico, a man named James Michael Grimes won a free drink in an air guitar competition. That became his last memory before waking up overboard in the Gulf of Mexico with no ship in sight. He tread water for 18 hours, enduring stings from 2 swarms of jellyfish on his legs and arms before finally being rescued. Number 6. DuPont Cancer Report Hidden. American toxicologist Robert Kehoe discovered reports linking the chemical benzidine to bladder cancer. However, since his client, DuPont, manufactured benzidine, he hid the report in a box instead of alerting the public. Decades later, as DuPont employees suffering from cancer filed lawsuits, investigators unearthed the moldy records. Number 7. While testifying in 2019 to stop paparazzi from endangering her children, actress Jennifer Garner described a solid decade when at least 5 or 6 cars, and up to 15 or 20 on weekends, were constantly stationed outside her house. Number 8. Dmitri Mendeleev, credited with creating the periodic table of elements, received 9 Nobel Prize nominations in chemistry, but never won. Each time, the 1903 winner, Svante Arrhenius, blocked his award due to a long-standing grudge over Mendeleev's criticism of his research. Number 9. An early Irish legal text permitted pregnant women to steal small amounts of food if they had cravings for it. Number 10. When scientist Dan Shechtman discovered quasi-periodic crystals in 1982, the scientific community mocked and shamed him. Nobel Prize winner Linus Pauling even dismissed his findings, stating, "There is no such thing as quasi-crystals, only quasi-scientists." However, in 2011, Shechtman won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his discovery. Number 11. Tom Arnold's sister's drug empire. Actor Tom Arnold's sister, Laurie, married a 23-year-old man at just 14 with her mother's permission. She later went on to run one of the largest meth operations in the Midwest until her arrest in 1989. Number 12. The Netherlands consumes an estimated 750,000 chocolate sprinkle and butter sandwiches, known as hagelslag, every day. Number 13. In 2005, 3 lions rescued a 12-year-old girl in Ethiopia who had been kidnapped by men attempting to force her into marriage. The lions chased off her abductors and guarded her until Ethiopian police arrived to rescue her. Number 14. Gavrilo Princip. The student who assassinated Archduke Franz Ferdinand believed he wasn't responsible for starting World War I. He claimed the war would have happened regardless of the assassination and stated, I cannot feel myself responsible for the catastrophe. Number 15. An Jung-hwan, the South Korean footballer who scored the winning goal against Italy in the 2002 World Cup, faced unexpected consequences. At the time, he played for an Italian team. But after his victory, the team's owner terminated his contract, citing the goal as the reason. Number 16. Coldplay's consistent band lineup. Coldplay has maintained the same lineup since its inception nearly 30 years ago, as of March 2025. The band has never used touring musicians, with the original 4 members continuing to play and tour together. Number 17. During the American Revolution, George Washington ordered smallpox inoculations for all his troops, declaring, "We have more to dread from it than from the sword of the enemy." Number 18. In the United States, millions of people sell their blood plasma for income. Donation stations have crafted business models designed to encourage frequent returns from these donors. Number 19. Vincent van Gogh left art school after an incident where he was assigned to draw the Venus de Milo, but instead chose to sketch the nude torso of a peasant woman. When confronted by his teacher, Van Gogh argued that a woman must have hips, buttocks, and a pelvis in which she can carry a baby. Number 20. Despite 28 deaths since 1985, the Lodi Parachute Center, a skydiving center in California, remains open and continues to operate. Number 21. Murderer's fatal gas trap. In 1977, triple murderer Melvin Chelsea Carr accidentally asphyxiated himself while attempting to gas his 3 victims to death. His wife later returned home to find all of them dead in the garage. Number 22. Over the past decade, some obese patients were sent to zoos for MRI and CT scans because standard hospital machines couldn't accommodate their weight. Zoos, equipped with larger scanners designed for big animals, provided a practical solution in these cases. Number 23. When the small town of Delton, Michigan, welcomed an Austrian exchange student, the host family thought the boy had exaggerated his size. However, Bernhard Reimann stood 6 feet 6 inches tall and wanted to play American football. He went on to dominate local teams, earned a college scholarship, and eventually made it to the NFL. Number 24. During Saturday Night Live's first season, the show was simply called Saturday Night because another program already used the Saturday Night Live name. That's why each episode still opens with the iconic line, "Live from New York, it's Saturday night." Number 25. A 2023 study analyzed the cognitive ability scores of nearly 400,000 Americans from 2006 to 2018. Over that 13-year period, researchers found that Americans' IQ scores had declined in 3 out of the 4 cognitive domains included in the analysis. Number 26. Cowardly captains executed in 1702. In 1702, a British admiral launched an attack on a French naval squadron, but some of his captains refused to assist, allowing the French to escape. The French admiral later wrote to his British counterpart, recommending that he execute the cowardly captains. The British admiral took the advice and ordered 2 of them to be shot. Number 27. Ingvar Kamprad, IKEA's founder, had dyslexia and chose to name products with Swedish words instead of using numerical codes. This made the products easier for him to remember and became a signature element of the brand. Number 28. In a 1986 Saturday Night Live skit, William Shatner famously told Star Trek fans to get a life. In the sketch, he humorously criticized obsessed fanboys, saying, "It's just a TV show." The segment reflected Shatner's genuine feelings, as he had been relentlessly pestered by Trekkies since the 1960s. Number 29. Ancient Egyptian art depicts Set, the god of chaos, with the head of an animal that resembles no known species. This mysterious creature, known as the Set animal, is consistently rendered in Egyptian art and is sometimes shown sitting or standing in full animal form. Number 30. In 1599, Beatrice Cenci and her siblings killed their wealthy father, who had been sexually and physically abusing them. Although the people of Rome overwhelmingly supported Beatrice, she and her siblings faced a brutal public execution. Her 12-year-old brother was forced to watch and was later sentenced to serve in the galleys. Number 31. Controversial Goldfish Blender Exhibit. An artist once displayed 10 goldfish in individual blenders at a Danish museum and allowed visitors to turn on the machines. Some chose to do so. Number 32. In the 1960s, Australian athlete Reg Spires mailed himself home from London to Australia in a wooden crate to make it back for his daughter's birthday. During the journey, he endured delays, extreme heat, and even found himself flipped upside down in Bombay. Once in Perth, he broke out of a storage shed, hitched a ride, and finally made it home. Number 33. The sheitel is a wig worn by Orthodox Jewish women to adhere to the belief that married women should cover their hair. Some women exploit a loophole by wearing a sheitel, effectively placing more hair on top of their natural hair while maintaining religious observance. Number 34. Paul Bettany, husband of Jennifer Connelly, had a childhood crush on her. Motivated by the events of September 11th, he spent 2 days trying to reach her. Despite not being in a relationship at the time, he proposed once they connected. Number 35. The Pubic Wars was a rivalry between Playboy and Penthouse magazines during the 1960s and 1970s, as they competed to show more pubic hair on their models without facing obscenity charges. The war ended when Hustler magazine entered the scene, immediately publishing more explicit photographs. Number 36. Adam Sandler's only Oscar nomination. Click, 2006, is the only Adam Sandler movie ever nominated for an Oscar, earning a nod for Best Makeup. Number 37. In extremely impoverished areas, such as the slums of Nairobi, Kenya, residents often resort to using flying toilets, plastic bags used as makeshift toilets, which are then thrown as far away as possible. Number 38. Warren Buffett loves Coca-Cola so much that he drinks about 5 cans a day. As a major shareholder, as of March 2025, he once joked that Coke makes up a quarter of his body. Number 39. Rats prefer silence over music by Beethoven or Miles Davis unless they're on drugs. Under the influence, they show a preference for jazz. Number 40. No woman has ever broken the 4-minute mile. The current record holder, March 2025, Faith Kipyegon, holds the best time at 4 minutes 7.64 seconds. Number 41. Falkland Islands referendum result. In 2013, the Falkland Islands held a referendum asking citizens whether they supported continuing as an overseas territory of the United Kingdom. Out of 1,516 voters, only 3 voted no. Number 42. In 1945, after being forced to watch a film about the Holocaust, 1,000 German POWs at Camp Butner burned their German uniforms in disgust. Number 43. Thomas Derrick was one of 24 sailors sentenced to death after sacking a city. However, the Earl of Essex spared his life on the condition that he execute his comrades. Derrick later became a professional executioner, ultimately killing over 3,000 men, including the Earl of Essex himself later in his life. Number 44. Before marrying Mao Zedong, Jiang Qing worked as an actress in 1930s Chinese cinema. Her co-star, actress Li Lili, often upstaged her. Decades later, during the Cultural Revolution, Jiang ordered the arrest and torture of Li and her husband. Li survived, but her husband did not. Number 45. Carl Weathers secured the role of Apollo Creed after reading scenes with Rocky writer Sylvester Stallone. He ended his audition by saying, "I could do a lot better if you got me a real actor to work with." Number 46. Pompeii escapees rebuilt. Nearby, horses, ships, and gold are notably absent in the ash of Pompeii and Herculaneum, suggesting that many residents managed to escape the Mount Vesuvius eruption. Analysis of Roman inscriptions in nearby towns revealed that survivors simply rebuilt their lives in places like Ostia. Number 47. The photo prank of placing 2 fingers behind someone's head originally began as an insult. Known as the cuckold's horns, it was intended to suggest that a person's partner had been unfaithful. Number 48. Human body temperature has declined over the past century, though the exact reasons remain under study. Number 49. In Louisiana, sheriffs not only enforce the law, but also collect taxes. They hold so much power that when Sheriff Harry Lee dropped out of the 1995 gubernatorial race, he remarked, "Why would I want to be governor when I can be king?" Number 50. In 18th century France, the average worker spent half of their daily wage on bread. Thanks for watching. Like and comment if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss the next interesting facts. See you in our next video.